Hello students, myself Anurti Mishra. Yesterday we have completed a video related to the Indian history post-independence up to the topic that is integration of the princely states. That how Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel has applied his policy to make the country a singular territory, that is India. So he had aligned Junagadh, Hyderabad and Jammu and Kashmir who doesn't want to get allied with other countries like Pakistan and India. So Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel has signed an alignment with them and make them included into our country. Next, after that, what was the reason? How the India is facing the challenges? First one is government and administration. First one is government and administration. Government and administration. Okay. Everything has been created. India is getting aligned with including all the princely states. Everything has been established. Now how the country will be governed by these leaders. So this was the main reason. This was the thing which they are going to search on, that which they are making effort on that how we will control this whole territory. Next, after the independence, the nation was required to formulate its constitution and recognize the state, plan out a strategy for the development of the economy and formulation of policy for foreign affairs. So these are the things which is being done, which is the main challenge among the people. So what they were doing, they were formulating its constitution, recognizing the states, along with plan out a strategy for the development of economy and formulate a policy related to the foreign affairs. Next, this sound easy, but was a Herculean task. It sounds easy, but this task was so much big. It must be, for this willpower is required to form the constitution, to control the population and to control the size of the own country. The Constituent Assembly headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, which had been a setup before the independence and finally completed the task of formulating the constitution. This was passed as the constitution on 26 November 1949. The constitution has been completed under the guidance of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and it was going to be implemented on 26 November 1949. But however, the adoption has been delayed and it get adopted on 26 January 1950. This delay was due to the fact that in 1929, at the Lahore session of the Indian National Congress, it had decided to celebrate 26 January 1930 as the Independence Day all over the country. It has been decided in 1929 in Lahore session that Indian National Congress has announced that on 26 January 1930 we will celebrate our Independence Day. But since the actual independence we have got on 15 August 1947, so to honor this particular day, to honor this 26 January, the Constitution has been adopted on 26 January 1950. Accordingly, on 26 January 1950, by the adoption of the Constitution, India became a sovereign democratic republic. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the first president of the country, and a temporary government was formed and headed by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. India had its first national election under the Constitution of Independent India in 1952. The Congress party won an overwhelming majority and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru became the Prime Minister of the country. So this has been happened into the government and the administration, how the constitution has been formed, how when it has been adopted, and why the 26th January is counted as the constitutional day, as the Republic Day. So these are the things. It has been completed, constitution has been completed on 26 November 1929 on, but it has been adopted on 26 January 1950. Next thing was Planning Commission. What was the functions of the Planning Commission? How they were planning to do the development of their own country, how financial support is required to develop our whole country or a particular state. Indian government decided that the development of the nations was critical, and therefore a planning commission was set up in 1950 to make a plan and policies to balance the economical development of the country. How the country will be developed, how it will function, and what are the economic requirement is there. So the plan has been set up by the Planning Commission. It has been established in 1950 only. The government decided to model the mixed economy where both government and the private entrepreneur were to take part in the developmental process of the country. The commission chose to adopt a method of 5-year plans. Within 5 years, the particular government will do whatever the development is required for the country for the 5 years. And after that, the 5 years, there will be election, new government will be formed by the people, and whatever the policies will be made, it will be implemented into the country. So far, we have made 12 5-year plans, and the plans are given a focus so that more emphasis could be laid on the specific sector of the economy like industry, agriculture, irrigation, employment, etc. Related to the industry, related to the agriculture, related to the irrigation and employment, these all things has been implemented into the 12 5-year plan. Next, the 5-year plan has helped India to achieve self-sufficiency and advancement in many fields, and it has become one of the fastest growing economy into the world. Next, state recognition. What is the state recognition? That is, the Indian provinces and states were not formed on any geographical and demographical pattern. There was no any pattern, there was no any state, there was no any geographical boundaries into the country to form a particular state. So what has happened? That is, there was differences and demands for recognition and creation of a state on linguistic and ethnic lines. A Gandhian named Sri Mullu fasted unto death for the demand of separate Andhra state in 1953, sparked violent protests all over the country for major reshaping of the Indian state. For reshaping the Indian state to form a particular state, the person, the Gandhian fan named Sri Mullu, he had fasted unto his death to make a separate state known as Andhra in 1953. A state recognition commission was set up by the government to look after the demand of the various states. So whatever the states was there, they have demolished that, they have resolved that and formed the new separate states based on the area, on the ethnic demography. The separation of Kerala and the Telugu-speaking regions of Madras state unable to the creation of an creation has been made between the Andhra and the Kerala. Malayalam, that is the separation has been done on the language also. Andhra Pradesh, the people who are speaking Malayalam, they have gone into the Kerala, and most of the people who are speaking Tamil, they have formed their own state, that is Tamil Nadu. So, on 1st May 1960, the state of Maharashtra and Gujarat has been separated and created out of the Bombay state, and in 1966 Punjab has been divided, and the Punjab and Haryana, after a long struggle, it has been created. So this was the reason so this is the thing which has been formed into the country. Recognition, that is the government and administration. Second one was planning commission, and third one was state recognition. Next, into the next video, we will study about foreign affairs and India and its neighboring countries. Thank you.